Hello learners, I am Disolfe Raga Guevara, your reporter for today. Today we will know about the structures of facilitating learner-centered teaching. So fasten your seatbelts and take your pen and notebooks for today's discussion. So the first is informal education. Informal education is a general term for education that can occur outside of a structured curriculum. Informal education encompasses student interests within curriculum in a regular classroom. So informal education is that when you are not studying in school or do not use any particular learning method. In this type of education, conscious efforts are not involved. It is neither pre-planned or deliberate. It may be learned in some marketplaces or hotels or at home. So here are some examples of informal education. So the first is teaching the child some basics such as numeric characters. Second, someone learning his or her mother tongue. The third is a spontaneous type of learning. If a person standing in a bank learns about opening and maintaining the account at the bank from someone. The characteristics of informal education. First is it is independent of boundary walls. Second, it has no definite syllabus. Third, it is not pre-planned and has no timetable. Fourth, no fees are required as we get informal education through daily experience and by learning new things. Fifth, it is a lifelong process in a natural way. Sixth, the certificates or degrees are not involved and has no stress for learning new things. Seventh, you can get from any source such as media, life experiences, family, and friends. So the advantages and disadvantages of informal education. So let us go first to the advantages of informal education. So first is more naturally learning process as you can learn at anywhere and at any time from your daily experiences. Second, it involves activities like individual and personal research on a topic interest for themselves by utilizing books, libraries, social media, internet, or getting assistance from informal trainers. Third is it utilizes a variety of techniques. And the last is no specific time span. And now let us move on to the disadvantages of informal education. So first is information acquired from the internet, social media, TV, radio, or conversations with friends or family members may lead to disinformation. Second, utilized techniques may not be appropriate. Third, no proper schedule or time span. And the last is lack of confidence in the learner. So unlike formal education, informal education is not imparted by any institution such as school or college. Informal education is not given according to any fixed timetable. There is no set curriculum required in informal education. It only consists of experiences and actually living in the family or in their communities. The mobile teacher. So the mobile teachers are specialized teachers who live among the people in remote barangays of the country, conduct the BLP for illiterate out-of-school youth and adults who are willing to learn some basic literacy skills, accreditation, and equivalency, a continuing education for those who left formal school system. ALS programs are carried out by ALS mobile teachers and district ALS coordinators in the 17th region of the country. So both are DepEd employed and hold regular teacher items. So what are the duties and responsibilities of ALS mobile teacher? So here are the following. They conduct of the learning sessions with the learners. Second, they develop literacy and other related skills based on the ALS competencies. Third, they establish functional networking and reporting system. Fourth, they conduct action research, activity, and other related functions. So who can benefit the ALS Mobile Teacher Program? So, the target sites and communities for this program are those with high illiteracy rate, big number of out-of-school youth and adults, and identified strong Republic schools or SKS barangays. So the ALS mobile teachers help improves the quality of their lives and help them become the useful member of their communities. So the last topic that I am going to discuss today is the alternative delivery modes or ADM. So the alternative delivery modes or ADMs is a non-traditional education program. It applies flexible learning philosophy and curricular delivery program that includes non-formal and informal source of knowledge and skill. So I will give you some information why DepEd offer to implement the alternative delivery modes or ADMs. So as we all know at the past, there is no flexible learning for learners. They only have four corners in the classroom. And because of lack of resources, there is only small percentage of persons who are educated. That is why according to Career 2000, the Department of Education is just to provide a quality basic education that equitably accessible to all and lead the foundation for lifelong learning and service for the common good. As we all know that not all learners are lucky to go to school and some of us has a hindrance or problems like financial problem, personal problem, and other. So that is why the Department of Education find ways to solve the students' problem. So here are some examples of alternative delivery modes or ADMs. So first is facilitator-aided interactive self-instructional and print audio-based learning materials. Second, study groups and self-learning groups. Third is one-on-one tutorial. Fourth, face-to-face structured learning groups, semi-structured and unstructured discussion. Fifth is the video tapes. So these examples is that we can still learn from outside the school like videotapes. We can still watch videos in our homes but still learning. And the very relevant today is the module. Especially when the pandemic arises, the modules are distributed to the learners and the teachers will guide the students through written instructions so that the students can continue to learn, absorb the knowledge until they can use it in the future. So what is the importance of alternative delivery modes? So, it addresses the learning needs of the marginalized pupils and those learners at risk of dropping out in order to help them overcome personal, social, and economic constraints in their schooling. As what I've said a while ago, not all learners or students are lucky to go to school. There are some of learners have a hindrance. So that is why the teacher will ask you, and if that reason is valid, then the teacher will help you from dropping out and continue learning. And now let us move on to the disadvantages and advantages of alternative delivery modes. So first, let us talk about the disadvantages. So first is lack of interaction with others. As we all know, if you are not in a classroom setting, there is a short time to expose or in socializing with each other. And that is very important to us humans because that is one of our aspects. So that is one of the problem in alternative delivery modes or ADM. Second, lack of general interaction with other students and teachers were the most frequently reported problems. So the teacher will approach you and give you instructions through written instruction. The learners will have a hard time to approach the teacher easily. So this is the most frequently reported problem in the alternative delivery mode. And now let us move on to the advantages of alternative delivery mode. So first is allow learning at a distance. So you can learn anywhere. It could be at home or it could be in your neighborhood. You have a lot of sources from TV, radio, or from the person you talk, or even your neighborhood or anywhere. Second, it allows access to the information. And third is promote global collaboration. Because you have a lot of sources, you can absorb a lot of information. So by finding a source, you're finding a knowledge and finding with another person, you can collaborate, you can give information, share information to them. So before I end, let me leave a quote from Benjamin Franklin. Tell me and I forget, teach me and I may remember, involve me and I learn. So that's all for today's discussion. Thank you and God bless.